Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Lawyers at Lunch. We're here at my favorite restaurant in West Hartford, and maybe my favorite restaurant, period, Max Oyster Bar. Fantastic place, and I know what my review is going to be already. Also, not a bad favorite of Billings.
No, I mean, this is one of the original West Hartford restaurants, so
For those
quintessential West Hartford restaurant.
For those that don't know, Billings grew up here in West Hartford and ran away to Stratford or to Orange.
I'd say New Haven. Started off in
New Haven.
Ran to New Haven, and then out to the suburbs of Orange.
Yeah. Well, on the weekends, this is like a food mecca. And so on the weekends, people come here from all over the state, even Springfield. Like, you'll be here for dinner talking to people, and they're from Massachusetts. So it's, we've filmed our first 3 episodes here. And so I think this is a testament to that. You were in Hartford today on a trial.
Yeah,
what's going on with
it's
that?
kind of an interesting case. So this is the one where we are trying to collect a judgment. So dating back to 2014, our client was bitten by a dog, goes to verdict, gets a judgment in the amount, I think it's like almost $100,000. And the insurance company had disclaimed coverage. They denied coverage because they're claiming that their homeowner who owned the dog lied on the application. So now we're at the declaratory judgment, the DEC action, trying to enforce that insurance policy against the insurance company.
So we kind of stepping in the shoes of the person who we're stepping in the shoes of the policyholder, the homeowner.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that actually becomes an issue, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But so we're going forward with trial today. Our case is quite simple. We already have the judgment. We already have the policy. There's a stipulation of fact that we agreed to with the other side. So our case, so Your Honor, I'd like to introduce all the exhibits listed in the defendant's list. By agreement, yes. Do you have any further evidence? No, Your Honor, the plaintiff rests.
Okay.
So it's a little different because usually
right.
we're the ones presenting the case. And here, the defense, the burden is on them. And they are trying to basically get out of this contract. So then the defense starts with its case, and one of the issues that came up is they were trying to introduce hearsay statements of what our client had said. And he says, oh, well, the defendant, the dog owner, was a party opponent. And I said, no, he's not. He's not a party to this action. He said, well, the defendant steps in the shoes of. So by essence, by extension, and the judge kind of tilted her head and said, do you have any support for that, counsel? And he's like, no, I don't. So this is an interesting legal issue that I frankly don't know what the answer to was. It's different than a lot of trial work in that we weren't the ones presenting it, right? So there wasn't a ton of prep. We've already done the work. So it was a lot of fun on this issue, getting ready. It's clean. We knew the case, and the client was there. She was happy. She's been in this fight since 2014.
Years, right? And that's what frustrates me about insurance companies is that they could have settled the case. They knew what it was worth. They just are fighting and fighting for 11 years. Who knows what they paid their attorneys? It doesn't make any sense. And I think that's what we're seeing more and more of is inflation has increased the value of claims because people's medical bills have increased and the cost. We see insurance companies, at least I see insurance companies denying claims, refusing to pay, not settling more and more.
I think it's worse than that. I think the insurance companies, they know it doesn't cost them a lot. Yeah, sure. This case over 11 years has cost them a significant amount of money. But that's because she has a team of lawyers who are on her side at this point. I mean, this is not a money-making case, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of lawyers, contrary to what people may think, you analyze whether it's a financially viable case because we don't, it's contingency fee, right?
Yeah.
If we don't win, we're not getting paid. In an 11-year fight over a case of this value for a lot of law firms wouldn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think insurance companies know that, and they hope that by fighting these cases that the lawyers will give up, the clients will give up, and then it settles for pennies.
Oh, and so the oysters have arrived here. What kind of oyster guy are you? Do you like the vignette? Do you like Tabasco, horseradish? What's the play?
So it's a no-brainer for me. I like a smaller oyster with a raspberry vignette. Spectacularly good.
Are we pronouncing that right? Vignette?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
Vignette. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay, the vinegar sauce. All right.
That's definitely my style.
Let's dig in. Let's have a little contest so you can get it in the bucket.
I don't know. I think that's a little rude.
Kobe.
It's very, very loud.
Your turn.
I don't want to be rude and disrespectful to the other guests.
Okay. Just because you're bad at basketball doesn't mean you need to knock me. So, in that trial, Billings,
Yeah.
it started as a dog bite case. And I think, one of the challenges you have in dog bite cases is that sometimes people don't have insurance or the insurance company denies it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, one thing we try to do is get on that right away. Figure that out, try to understand what the issue is. But they can be significant. They got scarring. They have significant medical bills. Sometimes if the dog doesn't have a clear vaccination history, you have to get rabies shots and things. It can be very
Is the rabies series, is that like a series of 10 shots or is that the tetanus shot?
I didn't know. That's like the series of 10 with the immunoglobulin, and it's serious. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's the insurance company's entire defense is that the homeowner, the dog owner, lied on the application. It comes down to whether they own the dog in 2009.
But then we argued that they should have, that they never asked them again, and
there's
it was
no
kind of
follow-up, it's
unclear,
auto
right?
renewed. Yep, so that was all brought up. And it's kind of an interesting case. I mean, I definitely, I'm glad our client has had the fight for 11 years.
Kudos to her.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's our clients. They're the ones who we're telling their story, right? I think a lot of times lawyers are the ones that they think they're the center of the case. I'm working the case up. I'm presenting the case. But really what we're doing is telling our client's story. So I'm thrilled she's had the 11 years of fight in it. A lot of clients don't.
So let's put a little truffle butter on it. Fascinating. Cooked well,
Looks like
medium
perfect.
rare. The thing with Max Oyster, and this is why I like it's my favorite restaurant, is just service is good, the food is always good, it's so consistent. They try to do some fun things on the menu that are awesome, but they got old reliable steak frites, scallops. You can't go wrong. They killed it. So, want to thank Max Oyster Bar for having us here. As always, excellent food. Check it out if you can. And remember, please slow down. If we can stop driving so fast, we can save a life. Maybe even your own. Thanks, everybody.